Welcome back everyone, it's Kevin with Muddy River Tactical. I appreciate you joining me. Today we have the Shadow Systems MR920. A couple weeks ago I got my hands on the Shadow Systems CR920, which is a compact version of this pistol, and I've been shooting it every day since, and I've just been falling in love with it more and more by the day. So I'm actually shooting it to get enough reps through it and to know it's reliable to put it into my everyday concealed carry rotation there. So to say I have high hopes for this MR920 is an understatement. So we're going to take this pistol to the range and tell you what I really think about this full-size version. For those of you not familiar with the Shadow Systems is out of Plano, Texas, so they're made in the USA, but they're more or less take Gen 3 Glocks and upgrade them to a much better form. So with these, there's a lot of Gucci'd out Glocks per se on the market. PSA Dagger's the budget version, and then you got the Glocks, and it just kind of goes up from there, and there's a lot of people upgrading them and modifying them to make them better. So with that, this has a 4-inch barrel. It's essentially a Glock 19. This one has a 4-inch barrel. They also make it with a 4.5-inch threaded barrel as well. It comes with two 15-round magazines. They ship them with P-mags in them. The texturing on it is a big upgrade for me over a Glock. Just like on the CR920 I've been shooting, I love the way they texture these guns. They bring the texture all the way up, and then where your off thumb rides there, it's textured really well and got that little ledge right there, so it acts almost like a mini gas pedal in a way, so it makes controlling the pistol and the grip on the pistol very good. The stock sights are tritium green front night sight and a black serrated rear, and those sights work really good, and just like you'd figure, it takes all Glock sights, so you get tons of variants there if you ever wanted to change them, but I see no reason to change them. The ones they got on here are actually really good. The cool thing about this gun is it's optic cut, but it fits multiple optics. So you're not stuck with just Holosun or whatever. I mean, it fits most of the name brand optics out there, so you got your choice. And the way these mounting is cool because it's got bushings that go in between it front and back, so there's no void. So with hard use and excessive abuse or anything, it just keeps everything stable and better secured to the pistol, which I'm a huge fan of. I know people say you're not supposed to rack your gun off the optic and things like that, but in real world situations, I mean, it happens, and if you need to, you're gonna do it. So the more secure your optic can be, the better. The slide serrations on this are also very good. On this Elite version, it's got slide serrations on top as well. So it's very easy to manipulate, and it's also got the slide cut to reduce a little bit of weight, but they did a very good job on that as well. The barrel on this is a fluted barrel, and it's spiraled, so it's like a match grade barrel, and you could definitely tell when shooting this pistol, the accuracy out of this gun was way better than a Glock 19, for me anyways, and a lot of that's going to be shooter dependent too, so you can't say this gun shoots way better than that, because you put it in the hands of somebody more capable or less capable and you can get a whole different story. But for me, this gun was definitely more accurate than a Glock 19, and I had no problems. And then the trigger is an aluminum flat face trigger. They say it upgraded, and the trigger's not bad. It's better than a traditional Glock, but it's not great either. So the reset is fairly short, and it's got the wall, but the wall to me is not super crisp, just almost kind of like a Glock. So it's better than a Glock, but not great either. So for the price tag, you'd think it would have a little bit better trigger in it. It also has a flared mag well on it, so it makes mag swaps easier and things like that. It's got the front rail just like the Glock. They also bring the texturing to the front of the trigger guard, which I never keep my finger there, but you see some people shoot like that. So if that's you, it's got texture there, which will help you a lot. The undercut on this is very good, and it does have back straps as well. Overall though, it feels like a Glock with an undercut on it. So it's nothing crazy different, other than the main difference is the undercut, and the texturing is 10 times better than any Glock you'll put your hands on. The controls on this, because it's a Gen 3 clone, are not ambidextrous, which for me personally, when you start getting up to the $1,000 price range that this pistol runs in most places, it should, in my opinion. The other thing that's kind of nails down the chalkboard for me anyways, is this is an upgraded Glock. And in all fairness, a lot of it is upgraded and is better. But they're charging double the amount that you would pay for a Glock, more or less, for the barrel and a different slide and some texturing. But Glocks come with 3 mags to begin with, and genuine Glock mags. This comes with 2 mags, and they're P mags out of all things. So for me, when you spend $1,000 on a pistol, you wouldn't think you'd be shooting P mags through it. And the other prime example of this is the CR920, which I'm a huge fan of, and I love Shadow Systems. I even love this gun. I just don't think it's got as much value as the CR920. But the CR920 comes with metal magazines. So the magazines are way better, and it's at a $700 price point. Granted, it's a smaller gun, but the value is just completely different, in my opinion, for the full size to the compact. The $700 on the CR920 is a steal to me. $1,000 on this version, I don't think it's that great of a deal. Not putting it down at all. It's a great gun. But when you start getting up to $1,000, it just, in my opinion, there's a few little things that should be different. The trigger should be better than it is. It shouldn't come with P mags, and especially only 2 P mags at that. So that's just my personal preference on it. As far as reliability, it's been flawless. Just like, love or hate Glocks, they always work. This one has been flawless as well. We shot about 500 rounds through it without an issue in the world. Like we talked about, accuracy was significantly better for me personally at my shooting level. And like I said, that's going to depend on shooter, so I won't say it's just the pistol, but the barrel and the little bit better trigger made it shoot way better and more accurate to me than I could shoot with my Glock 19 that I've had. So overall, I like this gun. It shoots very well, but for me personally, I won't be keeping it just because the value, $1,000 to me is a lot of money. So I don't see the value in it, and there's other options that I think shoot just as good for a better value standpoint. But overall, if you're into Shadow Systems, this is a great gun, not putting it down at all. Definitely check one out. It shoots good. It's just missing a few things for the asking price, in my opinion. But like I said, the CR920, if you're into Shadow Systems, check out my video on the CR920, and we'll actually have another video coming on the CR920 coming out soon, as I've been contemplating shooting it enough to put it in my carry rotation, and it's quickly becoming one of my favorite guns for concealed carry at the moment. So definitely check out that video and watch for that coming as well. It's a great gun, and the value on that one is outstanding. But overall, check these out. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. We're always here to help. Also, if you haven't liked and subscribed to our channel, please hit the like and subscribe button below. It greatly helps us put this video out there and helps us get more viewers and reach more people. So if you could do that for us, we'd greatly appreciate it. Until next time, keep practicing and always be prepared.